Hello, Fresh members. My name is Rob. I'm one of the personal trainers with Fresh Fitness, and I'm a life coach. And about my life coaching, I did a short video a while ago for Fresh Fitness, but in Dutch. And we got the request from our non Dutch speaking customers to do one in English as well. So here I am. For the ones that would like to see it in Dutch as well, go to our YouTube channel or let me know and I'll send the link to you. Something about my work as a life coach, and especially in this Corona period, as we are facing sometimes very hard times, stressful period, we worry a lot. It's sometimes difficult to stay on track, to make important decisions, to stay in touch with yourself or your beloved ones in a healthy way. It could be very nice to have somebody to talk to, and maybe I could be that person for you as a life coach. Can be just a chat, just to have somebody to reflect a little bit with, or it can be something that goes a little bit deeper about any subject that you want to choose. It can be something about an important decision, an important choice, or to get known to yourself better, to stay on track in this difficult period, or to support you to move in the direction that you would like to move. I'm that person that listens to you. I'm not a person that goes back in time. I'm not a psychiatrist. We just start from where we are and we move on to where we want to go. It's very confidential, our sessions, so it's very important to know that whatever is discussed, it stays between you and me. So you should be open to talk freely and to tune in with yourself. The sessions, they go via video. Normally I do it one-on-one, just at the kitchen table, but nowadays with the Corona, that's a bit difficult. So, but it's very easy and simple to do a video chat, either WhatsApp or FaceTime or Zoom or whatever. Session takes about 45 minutes to an hour, and we can do it any day or time that you prefer and that's fitting in our agendas. Maybe it's interesting to do some examples, to give you some examples from my practice from the last months, especially during this Corona time, from people that were struggling with situations and that asked for my help. I had lately one of our customers, and he said, "Rob, I'm working at home now. I have sort of two jobs. I have myself and I have my connections, my friends, my family I want to stay in touch with. And every morning I start in a very optimistic way with a lot of energy. I start to work, I do my lunch, I do another work hour after lunch, and then somehow I crash and I can't get my planning in order. And at the end of the day, in the evening, I feel not satisfied, I feel unhappy. I feel I didn't do enough. I feel I didn't spend enough time on myself. I blame myself that I do everything wrong. So the next day I start again. And again, I come into that same rhythm. The morning goes fine, but the afternoon I can't get hold of a good schedule. So what we did, we tried to find out what was blocking him from his making a good planning. And then we realized that he didn't allow himself to spend time on himself, to relax, to enjoy just free time, to watch TV a little bit or to take an afternoon nap. We went a little bit deeper in that and we found out what was the blockage. And after one session, he had a sort of a planning and he was very satisfied with it and he could move on. And we talked 2 weeks later and he said, "Yeah, I'm very happy. It works now. I allow myself to do things with myself. I allow myself to spend a certain number of hours at my work. And I'm allowing myself to be happy with it, not to push myself to work 10 hours and not spend time on myself." Another situation I had was a lady who said, "Rob, I'm working at home now in this Corona period. I'm sitting next to the fridge, and what happens is that I'm eating too much, and I can't stop it. I try every day again to eat the number of calories I should eat per day, but every time I eat too much." And so we had a chat about that for about 45 minutes. I didn't tell her what to do, because that's what I do as a coach. I'm not going to tell you what you do, what you have to do. It's your choices. It's what you feel okay with. So you find your own way. But I just help you by putting the right open questions, and then to find out what's blocking you from achieving your goals. Because her goal was, I know where I am, I'm eating too much, and I want to eat less. But it doesn't work. It's not. It's just not. I just every day I start quite well in the morning, in the afternoon, but in the evening it goes completely wrong. I start to eat too much, and I feel very unhappy when I go to bed. I have a full belly, and I wonder why I did it. And the next day it goes the same way. It repeats itself. So there's some blockage then in yourself that doesn't, yeah, that makes you sort of lose track and take that wrong decisions in the evening. So if you find that blockage and you find it in yourself, you don't decide it, because with your head you can make this decision, I'm not going to eat, I don't do it. But the decision is completely different from a choice. And when you make the choice and you find where it's blocking you to make that choice or to execute the choice, then you can reach your goals. So she did. It's difficult, but she did. I had somebody, there was a complete, a sort of similar but different. It was somebody who said, now with the corona time, I'm working at home, and I work normally at my work 7.5 hours, and when I'm at home, I work 10 hours, and I don't find enough time for myself anymore. Normally I stop at 5 o'clock, but when I'm at home, I work till 7. And actually nobody's expecting it from me, but I just continue, and I want to go for a walk, for a bike ride. I want to spend time with my daughter, and there's all sorts of. But I'm just working, and every day I try again to stop at 5 o'clock, and it doesn't work. So she knew very well where she was. She knew very well where she wanted to go, but she just didn't manage. So also that is a beautiful coaching subject to talk about, and to tune in with yourself. What goes wrong? Why you every time take that decision to continue till 7 o'clock? Well, according to what you want, what you actually choose is, I want to stop at 5 o'clock and spend time on myself. So also a very beautiful subject to talk about. Another lady, she had to make a very important decision in her life, because now in the corona period she realized that she was having her doubts about her PhD that she started a year ago. Something else as well happened in her life, some very important thing, and she started to doubt if she should continue her PhD. So what she did with me is, the question was, should I continue or should I stop? And the idea then is that you don't make a decision, but you make a choice. And I said it before, the decision and the choices, but a decision you take with your head. If she put this question, this situation with her friends or with her family or with partner, they all give you an advice. So one said you should stop, the other one said no, continue with your PhD. So it's all in your head, and in your head you start to struggle, what should I do? But what is your choice? What do you want? And that's what you do in a life coach session. You go to yourself and you make your own choice without what everybody says around you, because that's not important. It is interesting, of course, and you can take it into but important is, what is your choice? And another person who said, Rob, I'm out of balance in general with my private life, with my work, and with myself. So my social life, my work, and with myself. And I'm all the time struggling in my head with making choices. And with him, I came to the point that we said, okay, you hear this sort of voices in yourself. Okay, you should do this, you should do that, don't do this, do that. And you're always having these fights in your head. I call them the inner voices. It sounds a bit cuckoo, but it's just very down to earth coaching to make it clear. It's really very basic and very straight to the point. It's almost pragmatic. But you know these inner voices, you know these fights in yourself. I do it, I don't, I do it, I don't, I choose this, I choose that. So what I did with him was the so-called sub-sessions, and we try to analyze, to make clear which inner voices there are in you. You're not alone. Yes, you are alone, of course, but you know these inner voices. So by identifying the inner voices, you start to understand yourself better and you know where it comes from. Some examples of inner voices are, for example, you can be very confident at one side and you can have your doubts. You can be very secure about yourself and you can be a sort of a doom thinker because you always think negative. One side says, "Oh, it's great, let's do it," and the other side says, "No, don't do it, it's too dangerous, what will other people think about you?" So that is these inner voices and these inner struggles. And when you understand these inner voices, you understand yourself better, and it's easier to deal with difficult situations. So that's just some examples of where I, as a life coach, might be able to support you. Something about myself, just to give you a little bit of an idea what my background is. As I said, I work as a personal trainer and as a life coach. I do that now since 3-4 years, I think. And before that, I worked 30 years in the Netherlands as well as abroad, stationed as a manager for several big companies, and as manager, as I said, and as a coach. I'm trained by the MMS, that's an American institute by Sherry Carter Scott. And I'm a member of the International Coach Federation, the biggest coach organization in the world. And I'm also coaching according to the ethical rules of the International Coach Federation. And one of the most important ethical rules is that whatever is discussed between us is always full confidential. Yeah, so that's very important. You should be able to talk open and freely. Yeah, that's very important because otherwise you don't tune in with yourself. You stay in your head. So the idea is that talk about yourself, your feelings. Oh, feelings, that's very scary. No. Feelings is just a very normal thing. It's who you are. It's where everything comes from. So it's very important to connect with those feelings. Okay. Then the fresh offer, as said, every fresh member can book a free life coach session with me. As a sort of a compensation because of the period that we are closed now. So whenever you think this might be interesting for you and I might be able to help you, or you have some questions after this video, just contact me, send me an email, send it to rob@fresh-fitness.nl, or send it to the Fresh office, or send it to the reception at Fresh. And then I contact you, and I give you your answers on questions, or we make an appointment to meet each other for a video chat. Okay, thank you for looking at the video, and I wish you all the best in this Corona period, and let's hope that the gym, that we can reopen very soon, and that we can meet each other live again. Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.